Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? Let me know everything looks good, sounds good, so we can get this thing rocking and rolling. I see y'all already in the chat. I appreciate it. Got a couple of people in the building. Lucius Tate. That boy say, what's good, coach? I can't mess with that cane juice, so I have my jungle juice poured. I'm loving it. Well, I don't have my cane juice tonight. I got that Colorado concoction. That's what I'm talking about, baby. A Colorado concoction in the building. Here we go. There it is. So, welcome to the second episode of Primetime Talk as we expand this Coach Hayes football platform and this network as we try to talk about all things that's hot, this, that, and the other. And of course, Primetime is one of the hottest guys, not one of, he's the hottest guy in college right now, as he is highly anticipated here this season. A lot of information has been going on and a lot of things have been going on, and he can't stop ending up trending on the internet. And we'll talk about that today. I got a special guest coming on too. I can't wait to introduce him. He'll be popping up here in a second. But let me tell you something, man. The title of this show is Coach Prime doing some spring cleaning in Colorado. So we talked about Coach Prime previously about his comments when it comes to recruiting and looking at certain athletes and family structure. We talked about, when he kicked players off the team, and Pope and so forth. I mean, it's just been a bunch of things. And that's what he's doing. A lot of this stuff is catching media attention simply because he is filming everything. And because he is filming everything, nothing is kind of behind closed doors. Everything is out in the open for that. So, hey, we're here to talk about it. I want to hear people's points of view and everything else. Let me do a couple of more of these, Shad. Shad, I don't even have my slap button ready for you, Shad. Where's my slap button at? Let me get my slap button ready. Where's my doggone slap button? So I don't even have my slap button ready. Here you go. Just get out of here with that foolishness, man. Anyway, like I said, that boy is Shad crazy. Anyway, Gemini, what's happening with you? I appreciate it. P-Lo, shout out to the best YouTube channel, Coach Hayes Football. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Ellen V, the producer, with a thumbs up, so I know everything is looking good, sounding good. We're going to definitely make it happen, and we're going to definitely talk about it. All right, here we go. What else we got here in the building? I guess Shad talking about my Colorado concoction. Ain't no telling what's in here. Boy, this is a big cup too. Boy, you better get ready. Got my mug ready. Look at that. Got a Coach Hayes football mug ready to rock and roll. Anyway, let me stop stalling and get into this deal. And you're right, Gemini. You did say he would. And we're going to open the phone line. We're going to talk to him, but I want to get my guest in and talk a little bit about his thoughts. As you come on in, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Have fun. You can join the team today. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button. Costs you absolutely nothing. All you got to do is hit the button. It's free. And hit the bell so you are notified for all of the latest content that comes out on this channel. Anyway, Prime juice in the cup. Nah, that don't sound like Colorado concoction. I like that better. Coach, I'm a wordsmith around here. Anyway, let's talk about this just a little bit. Coach Prime is doing some cleaning. Spring break has come. He's had his thoughts about what did he call the honeymoon phase in spring football. And most college coaches, college programs, if not all of them, kind of start spring football and then they get a break kind of in there a little bit in between for spring break. So you start off spring, and I went through kind of what spring is about on some previous shows, so I'm not going to rehash that. But you go through spring kind of introducing stuff, this, that, and the other, and then you take this week-long break. And then you're going to come back to it. And so with that being said, I guess for most coaches and most teaching, you have to do it through repetition. You don't really want to take a break through that, especially for new coaches coming in, building the culture, building the philosophy, putting in a new scheme, putting in new offenses and defenses and special teams and so forth. Coaches learning players. You get this week-long break in there, and then they come back and kind of got to start over. And so there's some loss in there, right? There's some loss when you take that, especially when it happens. So with all that being said, he also made some comments. Let me see if I can pull this up. I already have it up, but I gotta pull it up, get a little old up in this joint. All right. And so he also said he didn't like that, what he called the honeymoon phase, where they get their break. But here's another thing that happened. He gave them a workout schedule. Okay. And I know some coaches have done this in the past where they give you a workout schedule, but he wants them to film it and send it in, and they're going to post it. Now, where they're going to post it, I don't know. I don't know if they'll post it internally, like on the internal server, and people can look at it on the website. I mean, on their iPads or whatever the case may be. But he said when they get back Monday, we're going to do some running, and we're going to find out. We're really going to find out who's been grinding on these days off. I think he said it's 3 times a week until they return, and challenge them to figure it out. So that's what that is. Next. And again, I mean, these young cats on spring break, they want to go to Miami, to the crib. You know, if they would have signed at Miami, you ain't have far to go. You've been good to go. But, you know, that's another conversation for another day. But anyhow, you know, they want to go down to Miami. They're young. Some of these cats got NIL deals. They bringing in big money. They can go out there and show out and rent them a high-priced vehicle for a couple of days and get the hotel suite down at the Lowe's on, what is that? Ocean Drive or whatever it is, and ball out, I guess, is as they say. But what Prime said was, if you late to that meeting come Monday, we cleaning out your locker. We cleaning out your locker. And y'all saw the thumbnail. Mr. Clean gonna be in that thing. Get up out of here, young man. So I want to hear people's thoughts about that, because he didn't say if you don't show up. He said if you're late, we're going to clean out your locker. Now, you have to be careful with that. I talked about this as a coach. I got a question. I put it in the chat. And I guess people will believe him. But this is what happens with big-time coaches. The low man on the totem pole, he's expendable. He can go. He can be made example of. And I know what y'all say about his son. He didn't play in the game. But I guess my question is, and I hate to put this on you, TH, but what if Travis Hunter show up late? Does he clean out his locker? That's the question. Does he clean out Travis Hunter's locker? I don't know. Here's what I do know. Yeah, he sat shallow. I hear you, Andre Bradford. Sitting somebody and cleaning out their locker is 2 different things. There's a difference. See, now people see, I know Gemini. That's why I want to open up these phone lines. I'm waiting on my guest. He gonna come in, boy. I tell you. But listen, cleaning out a locker and sitting a dude in a game is 2 different things. It's like being at work. Being written up and being fired is 2 different things. Let's not get that misunderstood. So I'm super interested to hear what people got to say. Somebody QB said he ain't cleaned out Hunter's locker. I'm talking about the big dogs. And this is what I mean when I know I said this back in the day. And this is not a hit. I'm just making observation. As coaches, at the end of the day, you're still trying to win ball games. That's what this is all about, winning. And that's what he talks about all the time, winning. And being on time is super important. I totally understand it. But do you sit the big dog? Do you get rid of the big dog for being, as Prime likes him to be there, 5 minutes early? And we used to have a saying at Hampton, to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. and late is unacceptable. So like his players to be there, I think 15 minutes early. Like if he started meeting at 8, if you later than 7:45, that's what I was hearing from him. So I don't know. We're gonna find out. Somebody gonna mess up. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna come late and he's gonna make an example. The question is the guy expendable? So it's great to put it out there. But if the head honcho come, now here's where he can slip it through this thing. I just said I was cleaning out his locker. I ain't say I was getting rid of him. He got to now share a locker. Hunter got to share a locker with Shador. I ain't say I was getting rid of him. But for the average person, when you say clean out somebody's locker, that means guess what? They done for. Ain't no coming back. See you, hit the road, Jack, hit the transfer portal, so forth and so on. So we'll find out. It'll be super interesting to find out how that goes, man. We got a couple of people in the building. Go ahead and hit it. Welcome to the new installment here on Coach Hayes Football YouTube channel. It's called Prime Time Talk. We'll do it Thursdays at 8 p.m. Like I say, we're just going to have fun. We're trying to bring nothing but all types of content as we grow this channel. So if you enjoy football, if you enjoy just, all types of conversations, please feel free to subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. We're making some pretty good headway when it comes to our subscribership and how it's going. I think we're at like 31,000, something like that, 200, somewhere in there. But again, that's the big question right there. That is the big question. All right. Also, real quick, if you like to subscribe, you like to donate, you're more than welcome. You see it right here in my cup. They'll fall in, the things come up there. We'll post it on the screen. You could do it through Super Chat or you could do it through Cash App. We'll put it on the deal. And speaking of that, look at this. We already got one in the building. I'm going to blank out your name on that because I know on Cash App, some people put their actual government name. They may not want that up there. So Miss Ivy Tude, I appreciate you. Thank you for the $25. And she says, thanks. Thanks for that, what you do. Did I say that right? Thanks for that, you do. I guess it's thanks for what you do. I appreciate that. So thank you so much for that $25. It means a lot. It goes a long way. And it definitely going to happen, man. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Miss Ivy Tude in the building. All right. Speaking of the devil, right on time. So anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about that too, Big LT. We're going to talk about that too. Let's talk about the spring being sold out. Listen, the guy has sold out spring ball. I think the average was 17,000. Now I think they have now sold out everything, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever else the case may be. So yeah, we'll definitely do that when we pop on the line. I'm gonna give my man a few more minutes. If not, guess what? This train got to keep rolling, man. We're gonna gotta roll with him or roll without him, man. That's just what it is. But anyhow, I'll give him a few more minutes. Let me see if I can answer a few more of these questions. Coach, I was searching for a thermoscope for hogs, and my favorite analyst showed up. You the man. Yeah, man. Hey, I got a hog head right here. I got to actually put it up, man. So, hey, I don't play around, man. Coach Hayes, we do it all. We go hunt. I got a deer head back here. We do it all, man. So if you're in the hog hunting and stuff like that, hey, Coach, get it in. I don't just have a microphone. I got some camo too. Because my motto is when I close one eye, they close two. Them boys out of there. So if Coach closed one eye, it's over for him. Just know that. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. I'm gonna do this right quick. I want to talk about it. I want to make something. I want hear some people's opinions on it. So let me see what else we have here. Prime ain't playing with them, boy. He putting them boys out. We're gonna find out Monday, man. We are going to find out Monday. But anyway, let me go ahead and do this, man. My man ain't in the building. We got to keep rocking. So go ahead and call in 862-799-9956. I want to hear your thoughts on what he said or any other thing you like to talk about, but I would like to hear your thoughts initially on that. Like I say, what I'll do on here, very simple. Yep, we'll put the timer up if you hear this. That means, guess what? You got to wrap it up. If you don't wrap it up, coach will hit you with the. We got to go and land the plane for you because you're out of control, if you understand what I'm saying. So, with all that being said, we here in the building, and we got the phone number up right here, so we definitely can get this thing rocking and rolling. 862-799-9956. I would love to hear about it. Let me see. Lawrence RVE says, Coach Hayes, I need to see CU gear in your backdrop. Tell Coach Prime, send it my way. Let's go. Send it my way. I don't have no problem with it. Send it my way. All right. We got our first call of the day, 6455 in the building, coming to you here in 1 second. I will call your last name. I will call the last 4 digits of your phone number. So hold tight. You should be able to hear the conversation as we're having it. So don't hang up. As people come in, you'll be put into a queue and we'll get to you as fast as possible. 6455, you are live.
Hi, Coach Hayes.
Is this Lexus?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm getting good at these voices now. I can tell these voices. What's up?
I'm like, he better know who I am by now, honey. I'm just gonna drop you like a hot potato if you don't know my voice by now.
Don't drop me, because guess what? It's hard to pick me up.
Let me say this. And Coach Hayes, you know I'm gonna say this because you know I got to keep it real. But before I say it, let me say this. I'm gonna do you like my mama used to do me.
I knew that was. I'm sorry, Lexus. Hold on, Lexus. I'm sorry for interrupting. But I knew you was gonna give us your mama quote because I know you love your mama like I love mine. Since I've met you on this channel, your mama said, "Eat the fish and throw out the bones." Your mama say, "Let stuff go." So here it is. I'm ready for this one. Go ahead.
I know that's right. So, my mama used to tell me before she whooped me and put me on the punishment, I want you to know I'm doing this and saying these things to you because I love you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to say the same thing to you before I say this.
Oh, that's not good, then. That's not good. That's not good.
This conversation about Coach Prime saying if you're not back from spring break or whatever the case may be, on time, I'm cleaning out your locker room. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We know that Coach Prime is not the first coach, and he's not going to be the last coach that make these type of comments, and they're not going to apply to everybody. Matter of fact, I'm going to bet you to say when you was coaching Coach Hayes, you did the same thing. Now tell me you didn't so I can come down there and whip your behind. I know you did. I know you had some of them buddy players over there in the corner that you said, now listen, this ain't going to apply to you, but I do need you to be on tags on what you make me look bad. But, you know, Cotton Picking Well, Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, and he probably made connections with a few others, ain't going nowhere. I don't give a cotton pick what Coach Prime says. And you have done it, and probably so have every other coach in America. So stop playing these games acting like we don't show these type of favoritism for superstars. So you know you do. And you a coach. So I'm going to tell you, coach me, coach. It's my turn to say it to you now. Coach me, coach. Tell me.
I'm going to tell you. So listen, because you're the only one on the line, we got none but time. We got prime time. So to your, you are correct. But I learned from those. I have to say that. And I learned from those because what you create, and I'm going to be very honest with you, you are right. There are some coaches, and including myself, you do have players that you favor more than others. I have some players, I told them, boy, if I was 16, I'd knock you out, boy. I couldn't stand them. I still loved them. I still did what I do. It was just a personality conflict, right? Not because they couldn't play or what. It just didn't mesh. But I have to say this, what I learned from that, and this is back to what I was saying earlier, Lexus, about there are going to be some things that Coach Prime still has to understand and learn as he goes through this journey. And I'm not telling him what to do. I'm just talking about through my experiences, because what I know in full-fledged, it starts to create dissension amongst the locker room. And that is very key. See, you can still have favorites, but if you start to show it, then you start to, like, if it's just blatant. See, you can't make blatant statements. That's kind of what I was saying about the whole jersey number thing. You can't make even though we know it's the truth, it's different when you say it. You know what I'm saying, Lexus? You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. I agree with you. I don't think. Listen, I would hit my own self on the hand, because when people ask me, I have 7 nieces and nephews. But if somebody said to me, Michelle, you absolutely positively have to pick a favorite nephew, I can pick my favorite in 2 seconds. I do. I honestly can. I know who it is.
So,
I mean,
so Lexus, but to that point, but Lexus, to that point.
About it in their face. No,
yeah, but to that point. But let me say this. But to that point, you don't do it. You don't do it all the time. And if all 7 of your nieces and nephews are in the room, you don't take the one your favorite one to McDonald's and let the other ones not have McDonald's.
Well, maybe I do.
You do. What do? You take them in the car. They eat McDonald's. You better not tell your brothers and sisters or your cousins. Like that's right. the kind of stuff I'm saying. But
Coach Hayes, Jesus is gonna come before you coaches and everybody else stop showing favoritism. Let's keep it. Can we just keep it above, please?
Listen, I agree with you. Listen, I'm not. So, Lexus, I'm not knocking you. I agree that there is favoritism. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, you have to remember, it's just like soldiers in a fight. You have your elite soldiers, your Navy SEALs or whatever. I don't know much about the military, but you got your Navy SEAL. They are the elite. They're the ones that do the dirty work. But that private in the military, he has to feel just as important, because he is just that important. Believe it or not, even though his role is not in the limelight, he doesn't get written about a lot or whatever. His role is just as important, and he has to feel just as important as the star sniper or whatever. You understand? It's the same thing. You know, you remember, this is a group effort. This is a team effort. And so those guys have to feel that a certain way. And when you start showing it, everybody's going to have favoritism. People love their kids just as much as the other one, but everybody got a favorite kid. Everybody got a favorite child. It is what it is, right? We all know that, but you don't walk around and say, Susie, Bobby's better than you. You don't do that.
Well, some silly parents do, but sometimes it's not what you say as much as it's what you do. You know that.
I understand.
I don't have to say it sometimes.
I understand.
You would know by my actions sometimes that I like this other YouTuber better than I do you, Coach Hayes. And I'm just teasing with you, but I'm just saying.
But you
just don't know by my actions. Okay.
Exactly.
That
but that's the difference. Your actions are a little bit different than you verbalizing. That's all I'm trying to say. You're 100% right, Lexa. We're not disputing that. But I'm just talking about people's actions. And that's all I'm saying. Listen, my guest is here. I'm going to take you off, and then we're going to talk a little bit, and then I'll open the phone lines back up, and I can finish showing my favoritism to you, not letting anybody else talk.
Okay, honey.
All right. Take it easy.
Thank you for talking to me, honey. I appreciate it.
Anytime. All right. So that was Lexus, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. It is. Let me see. Coach, a jealous YouTuber. Watch it. Studio One, what's up with you, baby? I am a jealous YouTuber. If y'all subscribe to other people's channel and don't subscribe here, Coach getting hot. I ain't playing them games. Anyway, I'm on the building. Let me go and get a guest. Listen, this young man popped on the screen. Like I said, we had an opportunity to talk. Big shout out to Lance Leggett, who actually linked us up, man. If you don't know about Taste One Boiled Peanuts, go check them out and everything else. But anyway, I got my man on here, Life and Football. Listen, if you don't know who this guy is, this guy been dropping, man, he must drop a video every 2-3 hours, man, when it comes to Colorado. So you definitely need to go check that out. Ellen, if you're in the building, please put his information so people can jump on his page and subscribe. Let's get that thing rocking and rolling, because he drops videos, 2-3 videos a day. He does lives 7 days a week at 9 o'clock. So I got to get him on and get him off so he can make his thing happen as well. So I want y'all to do me a favor. Y'all give it up. Give a round of applause to my man, Life and Football.
What's up?
All right, man. So you're gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be honest with you, Life.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the first one with your locker cleaned out, dog.
Why?
Coach Prime say, if you late to this meeting, we cleaning out your locker.
Listen, I had put so much on my schedule. Me and my business partner, because I'm rushing home. My business partner talking about, you done did your CMO thing. I said, yeah, I stacked it on. I stacked it on, but I said, no, I'm coming through. I'm coming through. He said, boom, 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 boom. I was trying to get there, boy.
I love it. It's all good, baby. It's part of the business. I know how it goes, man.
Yeah.
I promise myself try to be on time because, boy, let me tell you something. These subscribers be beating my head. It'd be 8:01. They'd be like, Coach, where you at? I'm like, I'm filling up my cane juice, but on today, it's called the Colorado concoction. So hold on.
I hear you.
So with that being said, let's jump into this deal, man. Like I said, they'll put it up on the screen. We'll definitely make it happen.
Yeah.
Life in football, you talk primarily about Deion Sanders in Colorado. How long have you been doing this?
Me and my business partner, we've been on football our whole lives. But business-wise, we started in the end of 2018, December the 23rd, 2018. We came up with the idea about October of 2018. And then when January 2019 hit, we ran off with it. Oh, man, I don't know it. Yeah. Podcast after podcast after podcast. And then, hold up. My screen done tripped on me. All right. Podcast after podcast. And then by the time the end of 22 came, because we cover all football, high school to the NFL. But at the end of 22, now we talked about Coach Prime all the way through. Oh, they blowing this up. Then we talked about Prime all the way through. And once the end of December hit, man, God just led me to, hey, you got to talk about Coach Prime, man. That's what they want to hear. So I give them what they want to hear. Now, me, I love all football. But they want to hear Prime, so I give them Prime. But I love all football, man. All of it. Ellen, what's up?
There you go. Ellen just popped this stuff up in the screen. Guys, pop out for 2 seconds, go subscribe, and pop right back in. Definitely make it happen. So let's get into this deal because I know you got a lot going on. So in Life in Football, I know you drop a lot of videos. You kind of drop the daily headlines when it comes to Colorado and so forth and so on. What kind of inspired that? Before I go on to get into these questions, what kind of inspired you to say, man, I'm going to drop about 3 or 4 of these things a day?
Man, once YouTube showed me that, hey, this is what they want to hear, I was already going to talk. Me and my business partner was going to talk behind the scenes anyways. Just like me and you will talk behind the scenes. We'll talk about this, that, and third, and then boom. That's what they leaning towards. That's what we gave them. So me, I was ready to talk about, we was going to talk about Prime anyways. I should have talked about Prime day one from Jackson State. I should have did it, but I didn't, man. And now I wish I would have, but you know what? God's timing got it all straight. So now I rock and roll with it. And I enjoy it too, man. I enjoy rocking with them.
Yeah, real quick, man. I just found out it was your birthday yesterday, man. I called you. You didn't even tell me. So happy birthday to you, man.
But you talked to me as I was going out to eat with my family. That's what was funny. You was like, I could tell you about to go out to eat. I was like, yeah. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was your birthday. I just happened to watch one of your shows. I was watching one of your shows, man. It was your birthday, man. I was like, oh, man, you tell me. I wouldn't even bother you on your birthday. But yeah, man, that's what it is. A big shout out to you, man. All right, so let's get into this deal. Prime has been in the headlines weekly for different things. Like I say, I mean, this is not limited to, but you know, like I say, when he gave out kind of the recruiting secret so far as what they look for in family structure based on position, to like I say, putting Mark Pope off the team when he was back at Jackson State and coming here, talking about I got my Bluey and this, that, and other. And I said he's doing a lot of things that college coaches, to Lex's point, who just called in, that a lot of coaches have done. But what he has done is put a camera on it and reveal these things now to the world.
Right.
And so now he's being ridiculed as well as being praised for a lot of these things because he's kind of giving out the family secrets when it comes to the coaching family of what goes on kind of behind the scenes. In the same breath, he's also changing, in my opinion, how recruiting is being done, right?
Yeah.
He understands the power of social media,
Mhm.
right? I think there were several waves that went along recruiting. You had, first there was this whole facilities race that was
Right.
big in recruiting, right? We got to
Yeah.
have the bigger facility. Bigger is better means
Right.
better recruit. Okay.
Right.
Now it is, then the internet comes along and
Mhm.
exposes those facilities, meaning in a good way, right? So now the internet was big. Now I can see more players as coaches and recruiting staff because I have things like Huddle where I
Right.
can get their tapes instantly. I don't have to wait for a coach to make a tape and send it down and blah, 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 and all that. And now the next wave is what? Social media.
Right. Right. Right.
And I think he is maximizing the social media wave in the way of, you got his son doing the day-to-day, but he's creating basically his own hard knocks for his college program.
That way. Yep.
So I say all that to say, first of all, what's your opinion about how he's going about doing it since you cover him so closely?
I love it because he doing what Prime do. He prime time. He been that boy since what 89 or a little before that. So he been shining for the longest, and now he came on to the scene at Jackson State. He turned it on. He came on. Now Colorado gave him the job. He giving them clips that go viral, and whether he go viral for something good or something that's controversial, if I said that right, if he doing it that way, they still getting love. And I was telling on like a couple days ago that he's either outselling University of Georgia or he's number 2 to Georgia. So that's big. That's basically saying you right up there with the national championship team. And you up there like you been at this squad for the past 8 years. Well, you haven't. So to me, I love it. He making everybody see him, man. Everybody seeing him.
No, you're 100% right. Like I said, he is maximizing all aspects of social media. He's putting it on there. He's showing a lot of things. You have to remember, there's a lot of stuff that I look at from a coach's perspective. I know he's not putting on, right?
Right.
Like, he's not putting on the meetings and the so forth and so on.
Yeah.
But he's putting on a lot of the perimeter stuff, the soft layer stuff out there. This, that, and that. A lot of that stuff is on the coaching floor, but they got to record it because it may be a great sound bite in that meeting of inspiration, motivation.
Mm-hmm.
That would be excellent. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't want to not record that. So that's all it is in that sense. Now that we kind of got that out the way, let me ask you now with this. Let's get into the topic because I know it's getting close. Spring ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the beginning. I say coaches sometimes, I think you heard me on my show previously where I said that Coach Prime is going to have to learn some more things as he gets into this role in a bigger scheme of deal.
Right.
And I know people might want to eat me up, and Lexington already told me I love you, but I'm finna whip you.
Yeah.
And I know coaches show favoritism. I know that. I was one of them. But what I did learn, and she pulled my card on it, saying, Coach, you show favoritism. Yeah, I have. But what I learned is once I verbalize that to everybody, I make a blanket statement. But then when the star player doesn't meet that standard and I don't clean out his locker, what does that do to my credibility as a coach? Because remember, you're still dealing with high schoolers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, college kids, 18 to 22, 23.
He better hope it ain't Shador. That's late. That's who that because he said, I think in a meeting, he said if you late, he cleaned out your locker. He better hope it ain't Shador. I know he probably texting the main ones in the group chat. Y'all better get here. Get here now, because I don't want to have to clean your locker out. So
no, you're 100% right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm making them boys sleep in the facility that night.
Yeah, because I can't chance it, like you said. And then if Shador is late and I don't clean his locker out, well, he gonna have to act like he ain't see it. And then when Jimbo Jack do it, he gonna have to act like he ain't see it. Because they saw it. So they gonna say, now he ain't clean Shador locker out, and look at the time. He 10 minutes late. So he gonna have to he had to let somebody slide. That's what's gonna happen. Because he not cleaning out your door locker. He not.
And so what happens is that's what I'm saying. There goes your credibility.
He might charge out to the game. He might run the brakes off of him. I'm talking about just can't breathe out here, coach. It's thin out. No, keep running. Keep running.
So
now he could come with him with this. He could come with him and say, "You want me to clean your locker out? Or you want me to run you?" That's how he could trick him. So now everybody like, just let me run. Just let me run. So if I say that to you, I still got you, but I'm lying though. I'm like, I'm gonna clean your locker now, or I'm gonna run you. And then you're gonna take the run me. I'm gonna say, you pick which one you want. And then that way it get me off the hook.
Yeah, and I kind of proposed one earlier was I said I'm gonna clean your locker out, but I ain't say you was off the team, meaning you got to not share lockers with Shador. If I'm Travis Hunter, you got to share like you got to find a way in that sense. So this is what I'm saying about when you make these type of deals.
Right.
So here's how coach giving out some secrets now. Yeah. I might need to slap myself because I'm giving out.
Ooh.
Hold up. Got to get for this side.
That slap sound real now. That slap sound real.
Yeah, that's real. I don't play. You know, I be watching that junk on YouTube, first of all, not to digress, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
That new slap junk they got going, bro, you got to be, bro.
I never do that.
You know, they got training facilities for that now, bro.
Look, they had to put so much money on the line. They hit me. You hit me, I automatically get $2 million. Because you might mess up my chin, everything. I need $2 million out the gate.
Hey, these dudes out here doing hand things to make their hand numb. But anyway, that's another story, another day.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that here's how you do this. See, this is what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Same message. If you late to this meeting, just like he said in there, this is his quote. I want to put this quote up, but this is where sometimes you could talk a little too much. This is his quote. If you are late to that meeting, there will be consequences. Period. Stop. Stop.
You good.
But he adds, your locker will be cleared out. It will be clean. I'm not threatening you or anything. It is just what it is. The reason I say that last part of this sentence, you have now bound yourself to that particular consequence. Versus if I say it's going to be severe consequences, now I can go with your thing of, dang, the big dog late. But because he's such an athlete, I could run the living bejesus out of him, as well as I could run the living bejesus out of poor little Timmy as well.
Yeah.
And still be in good graces versus now that you've given a definite punishment, you got to stick by it. And if you don't, and I'm not saying that these things will happen. Right. I am just simply saying as coaches, we have to be careful because at the end of the day, it's about W's and L's.
And two, I think is this. It sound good. It sound like coach, boy, hey, he'll drop that helm on you. So it sound good. And look, who gonna chance it? Not the Colorado boys. They ain't finna chance it. And JSU already know what time it is. They don't want to chance it because then they scared he might make the example out of him. So everybody kind of on eggshells. So, but the thing is, I think everybody back today, to be real with you.
Yeah, but being back today and being there at meeting on time, hey, your clock still may not go off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like we all, there's always something, bro. It's always something, dog. Like
it is.
I ain't gonna lie, if I'm a player, because like you say, I'm in such fear.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping in the facility tonight, right at the 50-yard line.
Already ready. Boy, I'm there 45 minutes early, sitting in there.
What you mean? I'm there 45 hours early. Listen, bro. The meeting is Monday. It's Friday. I'm there Sunday evening, 8:00. I eat my dinner. I go set up my PlayStation, all that right there in the facility. I ain't gonna be late. I promise you. Matter of fact, where's the meeting gonna be at? In the meeting room. I'm already in my seat. That's where I'm sleeping because
you ready. Now, see if you thinking that way, and you ain't even on the squad, and I ain't on the squad. You know what them boys doing? They ready.
I hope to God, man. And I'm not saying anything bad is gonna happen. I was just pointing out and making an observation.
Yeah.
Because you lose your credibility. it's almost like parenting. I'm gonna whip your behind.
I
You
was
don't whip
just
their
thinking
behind.
that. I was just thinking that. I say
Do
it
it
a lot,
again.
and I don't get them, but they push me to the edge. I get them.
But there's things that if you say it all the time, like the boy cried wolf, if you say it all the time and don't do it, then they're gonna push you to a point where when you do it, they probably really didn't even deserve that because they being kids. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Somebody, Linda Liddell says, when is the meeting? Monday? Yep. And guess what? I'm gonna be on the Sunday night.
Hey, Miss Lim, they better be in there. They better be in there.
Listen, I ain't chancing it, dog. Because you know
Not
what?
at
I
all.
hate to say this.
Mhm.
There's some funky people out here too. Just because they wear the same uniform as you don't mean they for you.
Yeah.
They'll unplug your clock in the middle of the night and go back to sleep.
Yeah, you oversleeping in there.
Bro, I done seen players do it. How you, and I'm telling you how greasy that is, how bad. I mean, that's bad business. I hope to God there's nobody like that.
Right.
But bro, I've seen and even heard of, how are you me and you roommates, bro? I wake up and I don't even wake you up.
Well, they done probably had beef by that time. They done had beef.
Oh yeah, but still, dog. At the end of the day, yeah, dog. But I'm just saying, but that's my point.
Right.
Like, that's bad business, man. That's bad business. But let me ask you this: you had a very interesting interview with a young man. I'd like you to kind of set that up. Set this, tee it up and kind of talk about him, because I was highly impressed with him. He was a young man that came from Jackson State. Reads a lot, so forth and so on. But go ahead, I'll let you go ahead and tee that up and kind of talk about it. Now I'll follow up questions.
Tyler Brown, that boy special. Man, you know me, I told you that the other day, like, man, I know the NFL teams gonna love him, because when he said he read like that, and he in all them books like that, and he want to write his own book, and he got dreams outside of football. I know they're gonna say, well, we want football. He said he's about football. He locked in and he ready, but as well, he got that other side. So his other side is just right, because some guys smoke, drink, and do all the nonsense. This man, he locked in to getting better, learning, reading, getting better. So he gonna get your playbook. He gonna learn it. Gonna get with your offensive line coach, learn everything you need to learn. Get in his film study, learn everything you need to learn. Then outside of that, he at home just relaxing by himself or with his family, read or getting ready for the stuff outside of football and going to help people outside of football. So when I heard him talk, man, I know his mom, his dad, his grandparents, I know they so proud of him, man, because he's really a one-of-a-kind guy. You get some guys, they all just locked into football. You get some guys, they give you the whole nine. And he gave you that, man. I love him, man. He's special.
Yeah, like you say, he sounds good. And he plays with D-line?
O-line.
O-line. Oh, he play offensive line, man. And like I say, to listen to him and he's talking and so forth, I mean, I was highly impressed with him. One thing I hate to say, people, he speaks so well. I've always been offended by that term, and I understand it's all positive.
Right.
I remember somebody told me that one day, Coach, you speak so well. Yeah. I said, well, English is my first language.
Right. Exactly.
And I said that to say it is a compliment.
Right.
But it's almost underhanded. And I know I might be sensitive and petty about it. But what I don't like is because he's an athlete, we don't man, know what I'm saying, dog? Like, yo, boy, nah, he's not talking like that.
Right.
So, I just wanted to make sure that people understood that he does and he's articulate. I can definitely, that's different than speak so well. I think that's
right.
Exactly. He's very articulate. He can express his point. He can illustrate what he wants to say, those type of things. Exactly. When I hear somebody say, oh, he speaks so well, I just feel like, oh, what, he not talking Ebonics? That's just me talking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Know what I'm saying, dog? Like, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cut that out. But anyway, let me do this, man. I'm going to drop the phone line right quick. Some people may want to call in and talk to you. I know you may have to run here in a second. Okay. But I'm going to drop the phone line just because I want to.
And I feel you on that, too. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want some people to call in 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call on in. We will call the last 4 of your digits if you want to ask questions or whatever, or even if you got points when it comes to this. As we're waiting for a few phone calls to pop on in this deal, because there is a little delay. Real quick, record prediction.
Me? I man, somebody at the barbershop, which I ain't get to finish, I'll go get mine, but they was asking me, they talking about, dog, you with Colorado, I can't let you in the barbershop. I'm like, bro, because you with Miami, because he a Miami fan. So he's like, and you know our Canes in the basketball this weekend. I was like, for basketball, yeah. I said, y'all fine for okay. And then I was like, well, what you think Colorado gonna be? 4 games, that's it. I'm like, well, dog, I want them to get 8 wins. I think they'll have enough turnover in the roster to blend what Colorado already has. Because, you know, even though they won 11, that don't mean their talent was 1-11. That just meant things went south fast and the whole season. I believe they don't have. I believe they have good talent on there. And he brought in good talent, make it jail. And by the time fall camp hit, with everybody else that done came in, if USC could turn a team from 4-8 to balling, TCU could turn a team from 5-7 to balling. Why can't Coach Prime turn a team from 1-11 to balling, or right up in the ballpark of balling? So if them boys won 10 or plus games, why can't Coach Prime at least win 6, 7, or 8 wins? You know. So that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Jim and I say, Coach is Mr. Sensitivity.
Yeah.
I feel you. Hey, Cuban Kane, see what I'm saying? Coach can't do it, Coach. See you on the next show. Come on, man. You got to show love to your boy Cuban Kane. I know you can't do it, but golly, do you watch ESPN? They don't talk about the Canes all day. Come on.
He do.
Show your boy some love. Cuban Kane built me for a long time. But come on, baby. Don't leave me.
I got on the orange form.
Yeah, don't leave me, baby. Coach needs you, man. Golly, we trying to make this a platform. You understand? A platform. All right. But I said 6. Like, I said 6.
I take that.
6 wins.
I take that because that's still a lot of celebrating. That's 5 more wins celebrating. That's plus 5. Celebrating. You know, I can get on there. And a
low voting.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to the USC game, man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Where's it going to be? It's going to be Colorado or it's going to be in Cali?
Colorado. So I got the tickets already. Well, they don't give us the tickets the day before, but pay for the tickets, pay for the room, and we're gonna wait till the date, get a little close to book the flight, get a best flight we can get.
They killing me over here, boy. Coach Hayes and Route Trevor. Hey, Kenty, don't be stealing my line. That's my line. I'll be calling people Route Trevor. You don't know what that means.
Hey, they need to put me in that group, baby. I get down now. I sure get down.
They call me. Hey, Route Trevor.
Somebody. Yeah. Hey, I'm ready.
You know what I'm talking about, though. They talking about Mr. Sensitivity. You need a man with.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he was talking about. I didn't know what okay, when he said Ralph, I get that part. I didn't know that's what they were going for.
That was his main hit, his solo hit, man, with Sensitivity. Man,
in the group though.
Man, Kenty, you know what I'm about to do, Kenty, just because I just don't want to get out of here with that crap, man. All right, we got a call on the line, 7476 in the building. Caller, you are live. Talk to your boy.
Coach Hayes, what's going on? This is Coach Dre. Back in football, man. What's going on? This is Dre. What's happening, bro?
What's up, Dre? Talk to us.
Dre and Gainesville.
What's going on, man? Listen, first and foremost, before we get started, I know y'all seen my boy show out today at Pro Day. I was there. We put a show. Okay, now.
Yeah, he did.
The coach, and as a football coach, my best players, I always made them understand that y'all got to lead by example. So, like, say we watching film. Before I chew out the other kids, I'm going to go find something. Like, let's just take Ant for instance. When Ant made a bad throw, the first thing we watched in film was Ant bad throw.
Right.
Because the simple fact is, I'm finna rip Ant, so y'all know what I'm going to do to the rest of y'all.
Right.
Now, Coach Prime, y'all got to understand, Coach Prime said, I'm going to clean out your locker. He didn't say I was going to kick you off the team. He said, I'm going to clean out your locker. your locker gonna get cleaned out. So I'm gonna clean out your locker. That's not to say you can't earn it back. He also said, if y'all listen a little further, he said, and when y'all get back your money, I'm gonna run the mess out of y'all. So locker might get cleaned out. You might have to do a little extra running than everybody else.
Right.
But as a coach, I always pull my best players to the side and say, hey, listen, if y'all don't lead by like today, we threw 7-on-7 today, man. I ripped my kids because of the fact that I wanted the younger kids to understand that, hey, you see how I just ripped them? If I rip them like that, y'all know what I'm gonna do to y'all, and that's how you have to set the tone. If you don't set the tone like that, as a coach, you get ran over.
And you know that's most likely what he doing.
8-4.
You said 8-4?
Go ahead.
You said 8-4?
8-4.
So here's my point. But here's my point.
You on that, Dre. I'm with you on that 100%.
Yeah, but here's my point. You have to remember, what does cleaning out your locker imply, though? I understand how you can skate around it, but what does cleaning out your locker imply?
It means he kicking them out.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna tell you. This what I'm telling you. So say down here in Gainesville, we all share one field, right? So we might have to play a game on Thursday night, and we gonna have film session on Friday. We done told our kids, hey, if you don't come to school on Friday or come to film session, when you get here on Monday, you ain't gonna have nothing in your locker. So don't bring it behind the school and don't come to film session. When you get there on Monday, I done took everything out your locker. Now, coach, it's in my head coach. It's in his office. And you finna come out here and we got a thing called Round the World. You gonna round the world for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And if you gonna do that, get your stuff back, or you ain't until you do the Round the World, you ain't getting your stuff back and you ain't gonna play.
That's
so it's a personal raise. It's a personal raise to get around it. I didn't say I was gonna kick you off the team if you didn't get back on time. I said I was gonna clean out your locker.
Right.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair. No, and like I said, it's fair. Because it does imply one thing, but you can use the actual meaning for something else. And so, yeah, I totally get it. I would just, again, you have to remember, there are a lot of things and there are a lot of questions that I ask to create conversation and to create dialogue. I totally get where y'all coming from. But yeah, no, I totally get it, man.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. That's what.
And Trey giving the blueprint on how coach doing it.
You have to. Yeah, coaches have favorites. Yeah, okay. Coach Prime said it last year at Jackson State. He said in a meeting, just straightforward. Hey, ain't nobody in here got the job but Shador, and he said probably Travis. He didn't say Travis. He said, but no, nobody in here got a job except for Shador and probably Travis. All the rest of y'all got to earn. So as a coach, I like the honesty that he's giving kids. Hey, y'all got to also understand. He sat down Nas Gaddy in the Celebrity Bowl because he was late. So he has shown that I will sit my best player. Nas Gaddy was his best defensive player last year. He sat it in the biggest game of the year with all the chips on the line. So he has shown that he will do that to his best player.
I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I like the fact, it creates conversation. It really does. It creates people to look at things in a certain light. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Life. You got something you want to say? I know you might have to get ready to run here in a second.
Yeah, Dre, right, man. I'm. That's how Prime most likely gonna be doing it. Like Dre said, that locker gonna be clean, and everybody gonna see it because you got to clean it as soon as you say it. Because you said it too. Got to clean it. Now Dre said, "Hey, it's in my office, boy. We finna beat the brakes off you, and then you get it back." Right. So I think that's probably how you go. I think too at the back end, he's like Dre said, he said that last little piece at the end because he thought about it. As he said, man, you know what? They're gonna put this on video. They're gonna be talking about, did I clean their locker? Let me add this last little piece. I'll run you. So that's his way. I clean it, but I'm gonna run you. Mm-hmm.
Well, he said he's gonna run them, but let's be clear. He said, I'm gonna run you to make sure you've been working out over the weekend because I gave y'all a workout plan, and y'all supposed to be sending in videos. Right. I'm coming to you 70-21. Give me 1 second. And make sure Paul your workout plan. That you 3 days of work, I think, over 3 workouts over that 7-day period.
3 days of workout. But what I'm saying is, he gave himself an out because he said that after he said something about cleaning his lockout. So now, if somebody comes in with the old Prime, you said this. I said I was gonna clean out his locker, and I did clean out his locker. I didn't tell y'all I kicked him off the team. I said I cleaned out his locker. Now, when we went out here to do running, Hey, when everybody else was stupid, they conditioner running to see if they did the workouts, this, that, and other. Hey, you stay on here and give me 30 more minutes, and I'm finna go, and everybody else finna go do something else. So that's what I'm saying. As a coach, he gave himself a way out to say, hey, I did. Y'all didn't hear me say that?
No,
That's
I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we got the calls rolling in, but Dre, I appreciate it, man. Let me get these rest of these dudes, man. Hey, you keep coaching them boys hard. Let me know where you're coaching at, man. And we're going to try to do something. You know, I'm right here in the Central Florida area.
Eastside High School, Gainesville, Florida. Eastside High School, head coach Harold High School.
All right.
Eastside High School.
Eastside High in the building. What's your mascot?
All right, bro. Rams. We the Rams.
Go Rams. There it is. Love it. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
you. Yes, sir. All right, we're going here to 7021 right now. 7021, you live right now. You live with Life in Football and Coach Hayes. Talk to me.
All right, what's up, Coach?
Oh, God.
I just want to point out the main thing about Coach Prime. Can you still hear me, Coach?
No, I couldn't hear you over that slap across the face because I already know who this is. Go ahead, man.
All right. So the main thing about Coach Prime is every time he talks, no matter if it's an interview, no matter when it is, he never fails to mention Jesus Christ, right? He never fails to mention who's put him on this mission, who's put him on this journey. Even going back and looking at his testimony, from when he got right, from our accident and all that stuff that was going on. At the end of the day, what he's doing with this spring cleaning, or with this type of mentality in his locker room, is ultimately going to help his players and his team at the end of the day. It's going to help them become better men. Even the players that want to show up late and that might get kicked off the team, is going to help them learn, hey, I gotta start taking life more serious, because he's just using this football as almost like, I don't know, if you ever go to a church, a pastor will use kind of these mirror images of how like life reflects to whatever certain event. So he's just showing them like, hey, you show up late in life, or you do this and show that you don't got no care. It's gonna come back. It's gonna hurt you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where they're just gonna kick you off. And I think his son Shador, I think he knows the drill. I think he knows that he ain't gonna be running around being late and stuff, because he knows what his dad has instilled in him. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, you look at the chemistry him and his sons have on the film, is like they got a lot of chemistry, so they know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Shador is just gonna be one of those guys, oh, I'm the star, I'm this, that, and the other, I'm gonna take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Go ahead, Life, if you like to respond to that. I'm sorry, go ahead. You still talking this Bama crap.
He knows Shador got to come through. He knows Shador and everybody else got to be on point with it, or that locker might get cleaned out. Well, it's going to get cleaned out, but with some running. So everybody know what time it is. I think all the boys back today, but like Coach Hayes said, that don't mean they're going to make it on time, but they better make it on time, because who want that chance of getting taxed? And I don't want to be made an example of, especially if I'm Jimbo Jack and I ain't that boy. If I ain't that boy, I don't want no parts of that. And if I am that boy, I know the hammer gonna be harder than Jimbo Jack. So either way, you don't want no part of that action. Just be on time.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And the last point, the most important point. Roll Tide, baby.
War Eagle, baby. War Eagle. War Eagle.
See, and this right here is exactly why I slapped him. I know, Shed, you like, Life, why you like, why you slapping this dude? Just because he always calling here. You know what I'm saying? He always coming here with that foolishness, man.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Anyway, get your behind off my line, man. Much love as always. Coming to 7537 next, and the plane has landed. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna get you out of here, Life, if you got to run, man. So 7537, right now, the last one in the queue. You are live right now. Call or talk to us.
What's up, Love? What's up, Coach?
What's going on? This sounds like Gemini.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
I'm telling you, Coach getting good with his name.
Yeah.
told you he was gonna have to clear out people to make room. Just like
Okay.
I told LF, I'm
Yeah.
more concerned with the linebackers and the line on both sides.
Mm,
He remembered my comments telling them that
yeah.
as far as the record, now that I'm seeing a better O line, a better defensive line, now I can say about he can win 8 games now. But I'm
Yeah.
still concerned about them linebackers.
We got another wave. We got another wave of transfers. We might get that boy from Jackson State. JD might come. And that running back from Jackson State might come. Even though you ain't say running backs, but I'm saying the running
Right.
back might come. And we got more transfers should be coming. You know, the boys at Georgia who ain't getting that burn, they gonna be up for grabs. Roll Tide boys gonna be up for grabs. Clemson boys gonna be up for grabs. And guess what Coach Prime say? He ain't hard to find.
He ain't hard to find.
Well, they do have the Texas A&M linebacker / N who's coming up there for that game too, and
Oh.
he's in the transfer portal still. So I'm hoping he can get him because that'll ease my concern on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
He
coach,
most likely
I
will.
told you in the beginning he was gonna sell out that stadium. I told you that when you brought up this topic. He was going to sell out that stadium. I told you that because he listens to his kids when it comes to promotion on social media. When that wave came, he was riding it already.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
Now, what you got to say about that 40,000, coach?
So hold on, let me ask you a question. How many seats? How many seats are in that stadium? I don't know. How big is that?
I think 50.
Oh, is total not counting the boxes. You have, I think it's 39. 5. I think it's 39.75. I think.
Don't worry about it. I'm pulling it up right now.
In the stadium.
Yeah, I'm about to say
50,100. It says 50,000. It says 50,183. That's what it says.
Okay. I was sure finna
Yeah,
look that thing.
No, they include the boxes in that.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but that's fine. 50,183. I mean,
yeah.
You get 45,000. If you get 40,000, then there's nothing wrong with that, and that's great, man. That's it's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. I mean, if you're not selling box seats, that's fine. That's a sellout. We talking about actual butts in the seat.
Sold them. They sold them. It's done. The boxes are
for the spring game too.
Yeah,
right.
I'm talking only the spring game. The boxes are sold.
Okay,
yes,
well, there it is.
Specifically talking about the spring game. The season, they may have a couple boxes that are still left, but as far as the spring game, oh no, everything gone. The only people that be allowed in there plus will be students.
You from New Orleans, ain't you?
Is out of there.
You from New Orleans? I mean, from Louisiana?
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans.
I can hear. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
He heard that. He heard that, baby.
Yeah, that buku got buku money. Buku money.
Let's do this, man. Well, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I said we was just gonna do an hour as always. I know he got to run to get his show going. I don't want to roll this up with him, but Gemini, as always, I appreciate you, man. We definitely gonna make that happen. I'm glad to see that. But stay tuned, guys. We're gonna do this every Thursday at 8 p.m. Right. Man. Do a good hour. People jump in and we make it happen, man. But Gemini, I appreciate you. All right, real quick. Let me do this. Let me cut these phone lines off right quick because people will call in. And so, anyway, before I get up out of here, man, I just want to say thank you for coming on. Really appreciate you spending some time. I know you're a little bit late for your own show, but we're gonna go ahead and jump over there. So as soon as we hang up here, go jump on Life of Football and do that. I want to say one thing. Shane Hooks has been a big name coming up, wide receiver who transferred from Ohio to Jackson State. Jackson State now waiting. A lot of people don't know this, but I actually coached Shane Hooks in high school. He played for me in high school. Yeah, so he played for me. He played for me here in high school. Was a big time player, man, and big shout out to Dwayne Dixon who recruited him, Florida alum, big time Florida wide receiver, so forth and so on. And so I know Shane Hooks, his family extremely well. I know Coach Dixon extremely well, so forth and all of that. Get that crap out here.
Dude, man.
Yeah, I love Coach Dixon, man. We got some stories for him. But anyhow, long story short, I know he has to now graduate kind of in the same. Is he in the same boat as Shiloh?
Yeah, they got to finish. They got to finish because if they transfer again, they're going to sit, and he can't sit. My boy say he league ready, so I'm going to get that degree and then come on over.
So he has to finish. He's got to finish his undergrad. Now he can be a grad transfer.
Right.
Gotcha. And so that name Hollywood, I gave him that name Hollywood.
Ooh, hey, I'm telling him tonight, dude. I'm telling him tonight, Coach Hayes special, baby.
No, just text him. Say, who gave you that name Hollywood?
I'm going to ask him.
What he tried to do. So tell him this. Say, hey, did you try to wear shades under your helmet in practice?
Hey, my boy say the sun was getting in his eyes.
I did. Right, the knuckle sound about to get in his eye. That's my man. I got to get him on. I know you may have him on. I know Shane, his mom, extremely well. Like I said, he's here and so forth. But like I said, any last words, man, you like to say before we go and jump on up out of here?
Hey, man, I appreciate you for allowing me to come on, man. That I always tell him, man, you my mentor, you my big brother. So I thank you. And I think, like you said, Lance Leggett, man, I thank him for being the middleman, connecting us, man. Lance know everybody, man. Lance that guy. I tell them all the time, man, Lance Leggett is that guy, man. And he owns Taste One Boiled Peanuts. Again, Taste One Boiled Peanuts. But no, I'm glad to be on the Coach Hayes show, man. That's a blessing to me. So I can't ask for nothing better than that, man.
I appreciate it. Like I said, we're going to make it happen. And my man Shad told me, drifting on a memory.
Yeah. I didn't get it when he said Mr. Sister. I was like, what did you say that was?
Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. You don't know about that.
Yeah.
Come on, Shad. Stop playing with your boy. You ain't know. Hey, I was the sixth 5 heartbeats. You ain't know that? I was the ultimate in case somebody had a cold. I was the sixth 5 heart. I was the sixth 5 heartbeats, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, man, we have fun on this show. We have a lot of fun. We got to start kicking it more. We got to do more collabs and more things like that.
Man.
I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you ride out, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this deal out, man.
All right, bro.
Appreciate it. Anytime.
You, all right.
Anytime. All right, man. Big shout out, man, to Life in Football. Great dude. I love it. I love his content. He puts out a lot of content all the time. So if you want to just catch up on daily headlines pertaining to that and other football, go check him out. Like I say, it's a free subscribe button. Costs you absolutely nothing. Like I say, we're going to wrap this deal up, man. I appreciate you guys coming by. It's a new installment. And I understand, right? I know a lot of people like Canes and this, that, and that, whatever. But we're going to have fun, man. All right. I love to talk football in general. I love to talk about all type of things. So let's just enjoy this. I appreciate the people coming through. Damn, Reggie. I don't know why I gave Reggie a blue wrench. Still unsung. Leave me alone, man. But anyway, like I said, we just like to have fun and we like to talk ball. And I really appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to Miss Ivy too. In the building for the $25 on Cash App, and Lawrence right there. I think I may have missed you, Lawrence. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, bro. Lawrence gave $5. Hold up. I'm gonna put it up because I apologize, Lawrence. I saw it pop up, and then here we go. Lawrence, man, I'm sorry. Golly, I'm gonna answer this. Lawrence RBE $5. If you were on CU's team, would you have stayed or go home for spring break? With your coach lens, where do you project Shedeur, Jimmy Horn, and Tyler Brown? Okay, I'm gonna answer that. Man, God dog, you know what that means. Coach got to do it to himself. Just go hit it. All right, I got a call on the line too. All right, hold on, caller. We're gonna stay just a little bit longer then. Anyway, Coach blowing it. If you want to see CU's team, just stay to go home for spring break. If I'm a freshman, I'm staying. If I'm just getting there, I'm staying. Why? I don't need spring break right now. I need to be focused. I need to be where I need to be. I need to be around the coaches. That's just me. Okay? But again, that's me talking as an old school dude. Young dude, I'm trying to go to Miami, baby. Especially if I'm a kid who's has not been there. If I'm from Miami and I go there, I'm not going to Miami spring break. I don't care about that. But I understand those kids. So I'm not mad either way. I have to be very honest. What do I project? Shedeur, Jimmy Horn, and Tyler Brown. when you say project them as in what? Starting, I guess, or do you mean NFL maybe? I'm not sure. I think Shedeur Sanders can play. This year is going to be a real make or break for him. There's been a lot of questions regarding him playing on the big boy level. So they got to see. He has to perform this year. Will he get a shot? I think he will, just through namesake. But he has to perform at the end of the day. Jimmy Horn can be a big time player. If those two can catch up with the addition of a Travis Hunter coming to the offensive side playing wide receiver, then guess what? That's going to be big. Now you got two guys. I know it's a young freshman in there too. I know him extremely well and coach a little biased. Asad Wasim going to be a tough cat too, man. He's not real big in stature, maybe 5'11", 6 foot, maybe. I think maybe more like 6 foot, I would assume. But he can play. Wasn't a big time thing. He was a 3-star, but trust me, that dude can play. And I did a show, and go check him out on this channel as well. I did an interview with him, the person prospect interview. And then Tyler Brown. I don't know much about Tyler Brown except for that interview I saw. And man, let me tell you something. I was highly impressed with him. I will have to do some research on Tyler Brown to see more about him, to be honest. So I can't give you any push on that so far as him. Let me see. Doggone. I just saw another one pop up. Here you go. We just caught some more bread in the building, a super sticker right here for $19.99. Thank you so much for that super sticker right there. Dave Davis in the building. Thank you so much. That's going to definitely help a lot. I got this random call on. Let's go ahead and take this last call. All right. 5532. You got 2 minutes on the line. Talk to me.
What's going on, Coach Hayes, man? It's your boy Mac, man. I called you a couple months ago, man. We were doing Canes Talk.
Okay.
I think it was our final game. Yeah, man. Nah, I caught it in at the last minute. I want to check in, Coach. Say I appreciate you. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You don't know who you're helping out here, man. So I appreciate what you're doing. I ain't really was able to catch the topic, so I just wanted to call in and show some love, baby. That's all. I ain't want to hold you too long.
Well, I appreciate
that.
Show you
some love while I could, man. That's all.
I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. And like you say, you don't know.
Yes, sir.
You know, when you do these talks, you know, I used to hear celebrity all the time. So, you know, a fan run up and say, man, you helped me through this and that through a song and blah, blah, blah. And I've actually had some people reach out and say that, man, you really helped through these talks, some advice you've given. And in my mind, I'm saying, really? But you're not the only person that said it. So guess what? I have to take it for what it is.
Yeah,
so I do appreciate that.
Right. But it's true. It's true, Coach, because, man, it'd be good. Man, it's just real. I'm putting it to you like that. You're a true blessing, man. And
appreciate it.
At the end of the day, I'm a big Canes fan, so it just all matched up all together. I've been watching you since 2021, you know, so I've been holding it down, trying to keep it going. But like I said, I didn't want to hold you, man. I just want to call, show you some love.
Thank you, brother.
And I want to know, Coach, you got to give up that recipe to that cane juice.
Listen, this thing biting tonight. This thing got Coach sweating. Cut this fan on, bro. Hold up.
You got to give it up, Coach. Man.
I can't do it right now. Listen, this the Colorado concoction tonight. Hold on.
Okay.
That thing biting.
We on Pride Talk. I feel you.
Yeah, I'm on Pride Talk, but the cane juice biting, dog. Yes, sir. I appreciate. And that's why I always take these calls. I hate to say that. Not I hate to say. I love to say this. I take these calls because if I would have just ignored that as if I didn't see it, I wouldn't have had an opportunity to hear that, and you wouldn't have had an opportunity to express that. So even though I may go over or whatever the case may be,
at the end of the day,
I appreciate
I respect that I respect you as a busy man. So if you didn't get to him, I know I would have got you probably the next time. So it's all good. It's all love.
Anyway, man, yeah, that's great, man. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get up off this deal. I gotta take care of some stuff.
Love y'all. I love Canes fan. Go Canes.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right, man. Now that's a Canes fan showing love on a new segment here of Coach Hayes Football called Prime Time Talk. Anyway, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate it. Shad, I see you talking about my chain, man. Leave my chain. Y'all don't keep talking about me, man. Reggie with the $5. Sending a stripper to Coach Hayes' house here in Michigan. Get that. Oh, I guess her mission to get that cane juice recipe. Nope, because it's all right here. It's all right here. I ain't telling nobody. I ain't telling nobody. There you go, a $5 stripper. I don't want to that. She can't even meet me a pot of grits. I'm good. So anyway, with all that being said, again, I'm out of here, man. Y'all leave me alone. I love y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease. We'll be coming on here soon. We got a lot going on. Check us out. We got things happening. But anyway, with all that being said, Coach, I had to catch you at the 50-yard line. Peace.